I know it's getting harder and harder to stay disciplined after more than 2 months, especially with the coming summer. We miss our friends, we miss our families. That's why I'm very happy to say that public health has given us the green light to allow outdoor gatherings under certain conditions starting this Friday. First, the gathering should be limited to a maximum of 10 people, and that should include people from up to a maximum of 3 households. We're not yet allowing indoor dinners with friends or parties. The situation remains fragile and we must remain cautious. But for now, it will allow us to see friends and enjoy the good weather that is coming. I think it will all do us good. Public health has also given us the green light to gradually reopen personal care and private health care businesses. We are talking about hair salons and dentists, among other things. It will be done with special health measures to protect everyone. For private health care, it will be from June 1st everywhere in Quebec. For personal care, it will be from June 1st outside the Montreal region and the MRC de Joliette. The date remains to be determined for the Montreal region and for Joliette. My colleagues, Daniel Mécan and Jean Boulet, will announce all the details later today. I will conclude by saying that this is not the time to stop our efforts. If we continue to follow the instructions, we will continue to move in the right direction altogether. Thank you.
There was a decree back several weeks ago allowing gatherings with people outside with 2-meter distance. Now you're putting a restriction. It's 10 people maximum. So I would like to know, how come you didn't go in the same direction than, for example, Nova Scotia, who is allowing a bubble, 2 households that can be together, exclusive, but then they don't have to be 2 meters away. So how come you didn't go in that direction? And also, can we change a group of people? Like in Quebec, if I'm choosing those 9 people and finally I say, okay, well, they're not that funny, can I change people? Okay. Can I move around?
Okay. There have been a lot of discussions. You know, there is no science on this. There is different experiences, and we looked at what was been done in New Zealand, Belgium, and that bubble issue. If we understood that telling that you will only meet with this, you've got 3 brothers or 4, and then you decide to keep only this one and not the other one, that will make some tensions in families, you know, because it's not your neighbor. You can have so it's going to be dividing families, right? And what we do respect is it could be sometimes not families, and could be students, co-locators with friends that are used to. I think we suggest that it stays the same group for 2 weeks, right? And then, because if you change every day, okay, you're going to be mixing up a lot of contacts. So I think try to find out the persons the more significant to you. Okay? First of all, it's easier if you know the persons, and then you can change. Yes, you can change. I hope. I don't know. Perhaps we won't meet every day because everybody has to work and somehow. But you know, try to be as stable as possible. But you can change. You know. If you had a dispute with your sister and don't want to see her anymore because you are all stressed, you can change to another one. But we didn't want to have an exclusive bubble. I think we would have introduced too much tension, because why does she ask me and don't ask me? You know that, and this has all been discussed with a lot of people trying to find the best model. There is no right answer. There is no perfect situation. But this is a guideline that we think could probably let people have some back to social contacts without creating more problems because of the choice of the contacts, and trying also to not to being every day meeting every different bubbles of maisonnage, because then you're going to expose the risk of getting the disease by an infected person who don't have any symptoms yet.